All right, George downstairs. I'm Sin City Artie. You'll have some fun tonight. It's a lot to learn. The rain's not going to go. How many people get to go on a night tour in the rain on the Strip? Not many. All right, look here on the right. Now, this is actually a mob joint from way back when. Where are you two guys from? South Dakota? With that accent? Wow. All right, look right here. The golf course where the FBI plane ran out of gas coming over tonight. When it's tied to the lease. People still come in here after work and nosh a little and go next door and get their bacon and eggs from the movie market. I love the sound of rippling cheap ponchos. All right, take a look right here. The Cromwell's an interesting hotel. It was now, there's 2 swimming pools up there at Trey's Beach Club. About a year before COVID, during August, every day on the weekend, Friday and Saturday, who was here? Snoop Dogg. He was up there and there was more damn smoke coming off that roof that month. It was incredible. Part of the reason he was here, his son was playing football at that time for the Catholic high school here. It's rated one of the top in the United States. Snoop's, you know, he has Little League teams he coaches. He's a real deal, living in Compton with the family. So they did get him before the Super Bowl taking a hit on a doobie. I thought that was kind of cool. Now, of course, it's been filled for years, but that was back then. Making the turn here, you'll see the big Eiffel Tower. Ours is half size, 450 feet up there. They'll light it up red, white, and blue, just like they do in Paris. Also, the colors of Ukraine will be up there tonight. On the right, there's your Bellagio fountains. They're only 4 feet deep. We fire them off about every half hour in the day, every 15 minutes at night. Now, this was the Dunes Golf Course. From here all the way down to the MGM. And they ended up blowing it up, the Dunes, and built this Bellagio. I'm going to show you something up here that's very amazing. Built it in 1972. It was all by itself with nothing around it for a quarter mile, just the golf course. You don't have it? I don't know where you think that I understood. Right over here, this building stood all by itself in 72. I'll show it to you. It's still doing the same thing. They never were able to get rid of it. I'm left over here. This is Planet Hollywood. There, since 72. And it's still a timeshare doing the same thing. Up ahead here in the third deck, during the holiday season, they ice skate. The swimming pool's up there now. On the far left, the largest digital rat board in the world. Now, it's interesting, if you look up on the Cosmo, it's the only one on the Strip that has balconies. Sir, do you have an answer for me as to why? Prada, Louis Vuitton, Tom Ford, Tiffany, Gucci. During the holidays, there is never a line here at all. There's the Waldorf Astoria, halfway up the line. In a hotel, that is the Nomad. They have their own entrance, their own gaming, their own pool, their own food, and when they leave, they have their very own special bill. That's the new deal now. If you noticed on the Strip, all these hotels have other mini hotels within them. For some reason, see the ramp for the roller coaster for New York, 20,000 seats. That's the home of the Vegas Golden Knights. Here's the Brooklyn Bridge. Got the skyline of the late 20s in New York. Up there, the current skyline, and all those buildings represented there. Chrysler Building all the way down to the Empire State Building. Now, if you took her and put her in the ocean, walked out that night from that lobby with the largest cash jackpot in the history of Las Vegas out of a machine. $3 became, are you ready? Look at it, you can't put any more rooms in a pyramid, can you? So, they're probably going to say goodbye to the Luxor. Why would they do that? Behind there is the new Allegiant Stadium, 60,000 seats. So there, obviously, they need more rooms. They knock it down, build it all the way out to the street. And that probably is going to happen. Up ahead on the right, the House of Blues, the good old rock and roll. There's your Delano, the companion hotel to Mandalay Bay. We're going to get a lot more wind as we head to the airport. When we come back to here, it will die down again. This is like a wind tunnel out here. So get ready to hear that. You don't have to point it. All right, on the right, you want a good room? I got a good way you can get one for a whole lot of money. You're going to check into this building on the right. They're going to take you up to Mandalay Bay where the windows are different on the top because you're going to be staying at the Four Seasons. From here, Tonopah, a lot of other secret locations. What they do when we get there, who knows? They fly back here. Janet Airlines, just another non-existing terminal. On the right, this guy was a nut. He wanted to build the biggest Ferris wheel in the world up against the high roller. The land was auctioned off before COVID for about $32 million. I call him Godzilla's toothpick. On the right, this is the site of the Route 91 Music Festival stage. We thank you for being in Las Vegas. We thank you for being Vegas strong. The shooter was behind me on the 32nd floor. He's to the church. He still meets with a group of 800 people all the time. It was the most horrible night we've ever had. There was a Tropicana. Built in 55, had a big waterfall in front for years. They had the Publisher Chair show here with all that showgirls. 8 o'clock dinner show, midnight was topless. Now, if you look to the right, remember I said everything was pretty much 2 stories in the old days, long before the towers. There are the 2 stories rooms, and they're using them. Everybody had a live band forever. Elvis had 40 pieces. Vito de Parisio, all up and down the strip, live. Hundreds of musicians. Sadly, the old days left. Not here. There's 6,300 rooms, the Villegas Hotel in this city. There's a good look at New York, New York. Got the roller coaster back there, the Big Apple. If you want to know what all those buildings are, go to the New York, New York website, and they'll have them listed. It looks huge, doesn't it? Second smallest property on the strip. It's the illusion of all those buildings makes it look bigger. Anybody walk by the M&M store today and stuff? Places to get weed. There's one right there. They have 120 dispensaries in Clark County. So if you need your gummies or your in the corner. You're going to have 15 people in your party. Everyone's going to be in there. The preacher will be there. And in the back is the wedding chapel. It is a real deal. Here's your Miracle Mile shops. Go all the way around. Huge in there. Chris Angel, Shania Twain, they worked here. Inside the theater, once again, it's the old Aladdin Theater, which is now called the Zappos. Well, just pretend you're under the Bellagio. On the right, there's the Arc de Triomphe. Lots of Rococo in detail as you look up to the Eiffel Tower. Good place for your cafe, Mon Ami Gabi. All the people in there, it's usually 3 times that much. They are jammed all the time. Now here's a perfect example. If you're an old timer to town, you will remember. Here's our major history on the Strip, and it just got something happening today in the news about Bingo. Two-story back in the 30s, or pardon me, the 40s. The word just went down today. It's going to be bought and turned into the Hilton timeshare. In-N-Out cheeseburgers. Here on the left. And as much room as they can for bars, shops, restaurants, and gaming. Donnie's at Harris now. Marie's still at home doing the Nutrisystem. That's a clock. There's one behind the Excalibur. The boat would stand on the dock. The boat on the right would come in and fight the other boat. Catch fire. All the pirates would go into the water. The boat would sink. Everyone would leave. The boat would go back around the corner. They did it 8 times a day. Rat passing. Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, Sammy Davis Jr., Peter Lawford, Joey Bishop. Here's where they went, Hotel and Condo. In front of that is where the old Frontier stood. And they blew that up years ago. That wedding chapel I got married in was right here when I actually... Over on the left, the big 40-story outdoor billboard on the side ramp. Down this street, the largest convention center in the world. Not even larger. I'll show you the new addition we just had. Finished up about a year before COVID. On the right, it's been here for 60 years. People always ask, Sin City Arty, is it any good?